Okay, welcome back. The markets are down about 60 points, so we're at about 98.42. No change from when we started at 11 this morning. Let's take stock of what's happening in commodities. Manisha is here with a quick update. Manisha, good morning.
Morning, and thank you so much for that, Prashant. Well, the broader sell-off that you have seen in the global markets does seem to be impacting commodities in some sense as well. So take a look at the crude oil prices, which are headed for a weekly decline this time around. If you look at the Brent crude prices, they are down 2% for this week, and the US crude oil prices as well are down 3.5%. Well, there has been a contradicting information, but overall it has been a major pressure that you have seen come in for this space, especially for Brent, where you have the crude oil prices which have moved from contango to backwardation, which means that the crude oil prices are more expensive right now, and 3 months down the line they perhaps are cheaper, and that tells you that there is some tightness in sense of supplies building up, and that clearly has been a supportive point there. Also, apart from that, if you look at Asian markets, they continue to show signs of good demand going forward for the second half of 2017, and that perhaps would be supportive. There also are reports coming in on how the Vietnam crude imports are expected to hit a record high for the month of August. That would be supportive as well. Apart from that, even as the US crude oil inventories have been declining, they are down 13% in last couple of months. You have seen the production continue to trade at around 2-year highs. So that's a bit of a confusing data on your hand. And apart from that, you would want to know what kind of compliance that we are seeing between OPEC and non-OPEC. That would give you further direction coming for prices. But overall, at this point in time, we are looking at bullish cues coming in for the crude oil prices as we head towards the next quarter and the end of 2017 there. Prathamesh Mallya as well joins us to talk about strategies in that space. Prathamesh, hi. What is your sense for the crude oil prices as of now? On the daily basis, on a weekly basis, of course, it's negative, but where do you see a support come in?
I think 3,000 is where on the Indian markets where it would possibly take support, although on the fundamental side there is not really a significant factor to move prices up. I think 3,120, 3,150 when I would see oil prices capped again, taking into consideration the refineries would be going on maintenance in September. So in that case, at higher levels it should be sell on rallies, but if you're looking for just a medium-term strategy or a near-term strategy, it would be buy on dips.
But when you look at the metals as a space, we are headed for a weekly gain for most of them, especially something like a zinc or an aluminium, which still are trading at a multi-year highs. How are you looking at a couple of these?
Yes, the trend in this particular counter remains positive, but I would be a little hesitant to trade in any of these counters. But if you're just asking me for trade per se, it would be aluminium as such. 130, 131, it is what currently trading at. It has been correcting in just in today's session. So I see possibly 134 again back on the cards for aluminium, and I would possibly avoid copper, lead and zinc for the time being.
A quick last word on silver prices as well, because that one is headed for a weekly decline as well. We have seen the prices decline by nearly 3% in last 3 trading sessions. Do you see it as a buy at these current levels, or would you still want to keep away?
I would buy gold and silver both on dips, taking into consideration a safe haven appeal for both these metals. But silver as such, I would prefer to be in the buy side. 39,500 looks very much likely in the next 2 to 3 trading sessions.
Okay, all right. Thanks so much, Manisha and Prathamesh, for getting us all those commodity views. We need to take a quick break. On the other side,